The Book Thief by Markus Zusak is a compelling and emotional novel set in Nazi Germany during World War II. It's narrated by Death, who observes the life of Liesel Meminger, a young girl living in a small German town. The novel's central themes revolve around the power of words, the impacts of war, and the resilience of the human spirit. Plot summary: the story begins in 1939 when Liesel, a 9-year-old girl, is being sent to live with foster parents, Hans and Rosa Hubermann, in the fictional town of Molching, near Munich. Her biological mother, a communist, has been arrested, and Liesel is placed in the care of the Hubermanns. Liesel's brother, Werner, dies during the journey to Molching, leaving her devastated and silent for days. Upon arriving at the Hubermanns' home, Liesel struggles to adjust to her new life, but Hans, a kind-hearted, gentle man, slowly wins her trust. Rosa, on the other hand, is a stern, abrasive woman, but deep down, she cares for Liesel as well. As Liesel begins to adjust to her new environment, she starts to bond with Hans, who teaches her to read. One of Liesel's first experiences with books comes when she steals a book from a burning pile of Nazi books, an act that sets the stage for her relationship with literature. Liesel's love for books grows as she begins stealing more. The first book she steals is The Gravedigger's Handbook, which she finds at her brother's burial. As Liesel's reading ability improves, Hans continues to support her, reading with her at night. Books become a source of escape and comfort for Liesel during the turmoil of the war. The Hubermanns and their struggles, Hans and Rosa's home becomes even more important as the war intensifies. Liesel's world is further shaped by the arrival of Max Vandenburg, a Jewish man and the son of a former acquaintance of Hans. Max seeks refuge with the Hubermanns, and the family hides him in their basement to protect him from the Nazis. Liesel forms a deep bond with Max, and he, in turn, shares his own love of words with her. He creates a book for her, The Standover Man, a deeply personal and artistic story about his own experiences. Their relationship grows, and Liesel's world becomes a mixture of danger, love, and the solace she finds in the books she steals and reads. Throughout the novel, Liesel steals books from various places, including a Nazi book burning and the mayor's library. The books become a symbol of resistance for her, a way of asserting her humanity in a world filled with oppression and violence. Liesel learns that even though the world is dark, there is always beauty in language and storytelling. The impact of war: the novel explores the harsh realities of war. Death, the narrator, constantly reminds the reader of the inevitability of mortality and the devastation of war. Throughout the book, Liesel's life is marked by loss: the death of her brother, the horrors of the war, and the eventual loss of people she loves. Her best friend, Rudy Steiner, who has an unrequited love for her, is also a key figure in her life. He is a passionate and rebellious boy who becomes a symbol of innocence in the midst of war. Rudy's tragic death during an air raid is one of the novel's most poignant moments. Max, too, faces great hardships. Despite his efforts to stay hidden, the realities of war are always lurking. He eventually has to leave the Hubermanns' home due to the increasing danger, which devastates Liesel. But the relationship they share, one built on a deep understanding of suffering, hope, and survival, stays with her. The climax of the novel occurs when Molching is bombed by Allied forces. Liesel survives the bombing, but the losses are catastrophic. The Hubermanns' home is destroyed, and many people she loves are gone. In the aftermath, Liesel is left to grieve, but she continues to carry on her love of words. In the final moments of the novel, Liesel meets with Death again. She has grown up, and Death reflects on how Liesel's story impacted him, her power as a reader and writer, and how her life was shaped by the people she loved and the words she cherished. Themes. 1. The power of words. One of the most prominent themes in The Book Thief is the power of words and literature. 1. Liesel learns early on that words can heal, comfort, and inspire. 1. Books become a form of rebellion for her in a world of Nazi oppression, and her ability to read and share stories becomes her means of survival. 2. The impact of war. War shapes the lives of the characters in profound ways. 2. While Liesel and her friends experience the direct effects of violence and loss, the novel also shows how the war creates deep divides between people. 2. The constant fear of death hangs over every character, and yet they continue to live, resist, and find moments of beauty amidst the devastation. 3. Friendship and loyalty. The relationships between Liesel and the people around her, particularly Hans, Max, and Rudy, are crucial to her development. 3. Through these friendships, Liesel learns the importance of loyalty, love, and standing up for what is right, even in the darkest times. 4. Death and mortality. Death, as the narrator, offers a unique perspective on the human condition. 4. The novel constantly reminds readers of the fragility of life, as well as the inevitability of death. 4. Through Liesel's experiences, the reader comes to understand that death is not just an end, but also part of the cycle of life. Conclusion. The Book Thief is a heart-wrenching and beautifully written story about survival, love, and the indomitable human spirit. Through Liesel's journey, the novel portrays the importance of storytelling, the enduring power of words, and the human capacity to find hope even in the most terrible circumstances. Death, the omnipresent narrator, offers a poetic reflection on life, loss, and the stories we leave behind. Ultimately, Liesel's story is a tribute to the resilience of the human heart in the face of unimaginable hardship.